Welcome, hello, Yasu, hi, it's me again, Tai, and today it will be about mentoring. And I once did read in a book about a mentor will refuse you probably for several times before he would agree. And this is by reason and totally fair to do so because it is far more than just a teaching like a doctor father or teaching at school. It goes even deeper. And this I want to dig into today. Also, to those who don't know me yet, I will introduce a little. My name is Ty Kolner. I'm a black magician. I'm an author. I'm a follower of the draconian path. So part of my workings is left-hand tantrics, is invocations, is for example divination systems, also the runes, dream workings and so on. And I'm a natural born empath. So while my path started on this empath line, I got my first mentor when I was around age 16. And when I was around age 19, I found another one. And as I am a student of the Left-Hand Order Dragon Rouge right now, of course there is support in this direction as well. But I'm not a representative of the order. I'm a student. So if you got any questions, follow the thedragonrouge.com via internet. And yeah, so check there. Also, if you are fresh to my channel, make sure to subscribe my channel so you get a notification as soon I do a new video. My today's topic is about mentorship and studentships and why it isn't that easy to do. So this quote I told in the beginning about a mentor or a guru who is refusing a student several times before maybe agreeing. This is, I think it was in this book. You cannot see it really. It's a Tantra Path of Ecstasy, Georg Feuerstein, but you also see it's a bunch of sticky notes here. So I really hard worked on that book. It's a very hint to read. Also, there is one book. This is this one, very to advise, and this is a quite a little older diary. It's a book from 1947, right? From Arthur Avalon or Sir John Woodruff. Sorry. My book is quite rocked already because I did backpack it in my pocket on my way to work. Also, there is one book really to advise when it comes to tantrics, and well, here is one again. I don't know if you can see it. Now you can see it, yes. So however, when I did pick out my books to show you a little spike into where to watch, I found out that I got two of them double. I once had it on my shop as well, and so this one I did buy by double because of this is a backpack book, and I do not care how it looks after. And I also got one nearly untouched, and Western Sex Magic of Frata Udi is one I got as well as a nearly untouched version. So these two books, each of them for 20 bucks plus shipping, I would give away. So if you are interested, let me know. They are nearly untouched. There are no markers, no, corners or edges fold, nothing like this. My books are rather like that. So sticky note filled. As more sticky notes are packed into, you can see I really worked with it. This camera bites me. Okay, however, it doesn't matter at all. I just want to say this is a bunch of books, and each of them I did read. I did work through, so I'm sorry if I don't know which of one was the quote I just told about, but I think it was indeed the Tantra Path of Ecstasy. I will put all the ISBN down below so you can check for it, and two of them I got here still, so you find my email as well, how to check in there. But for mentorshippings, it took me years. I did read it for about 5-6 years ago, this passage, and it took me years to understand why he told so. And it is totally enlightening. So first of all, if you are looking for a mentor, you want somebody who is supporting you on your skills. So this is the first problem. We are in a Kali Yuga time. So if you ask somebody, you think he is a bright person, an intelligent person, knowledgeable, and however so, and you ask him, won't you be my mentor? And he says yes, immediately. Turn around and go. Because if somebody from the scratch immediately accepts your request, then it is not about you. It is about fame. It is about being a mentor, being a guru. And this is not what being a mentor is about. It is not about a title. It's not about I got 5 students. That's not the case of being a guru or a mentor or a teacher. The purpose of a teacher is rather things that you did learn. Let's change the rules. Somebody is asking you. Things you did learn are things you did evolve on, you grew on, you did percept and learn and study about. But your perception is just guided by that shell you're sitting in. So it is your eyes, your perception, your sensations about that topic. And that very moment when you're accepting a student or somebody like a student, you are reflecting everything you know. And you're questioning yourself if that what you did percept, if it is true. If that what you think to know, if it is true. Because you see the other one's developments on exactly that topics you already made. But maybe there is another aspect coming up. And so this is questioning your work so you can work on your own work again. If you got what I mean. So if you are a student, you need somebody who is on one hand very skilled in what he is doing, and on the other side willing to rework and to recreate. So he should be able to question himself. If you got somebody who is just like, I am the guru, what I say is true, and you have to take it without asking, this casts a question. This casts a question how honest this one person is. Because if this one person would be an enlightened communicator on earth, he wouldn't be on earth anymore. So everyone who is sitting in a flesh shell is still a student all his life. It's just another level of learning by reflecting through the eyes of another one by teaching what you're knowing. Also, if a mentor is refusing you, this is okay. And it is also okay if you are refusing a mentor. So for example, if you got, I take it from my perspective. When I was in a stage of picking a new mentor, I had a possibility to choose between several mentors. And of course, I pick the one which is hopefully the best pick for my personal involvement. So one of them I had to exclude immediately. Why? Because we are totally different characters. I'm a very powerful person, energetically, and in daily life you will not make me shut up. I will not. Because if I want to say something and if I feel I'm right, I will tell it. And even if I catch a slap, I would tell my truth and you can discuss with me about everything. But I will not shut up. I will be willing to discuss this. I will be willing to ask you why you got that opinion. So I would not be a simple student, to put it in a nutshell. And this one mentor is somebody who is not talking much. Not a good pick for me, right? So this is when the student is picking a mentor. But also the mentor is, of course, right to avoid a student. And this is by another reason. Because if you are working as a mentor with a student, it's not about studentship like university. It's not like, here you got a book, read it, and now we get a lesson about, and you tell me what is on page 55. That's not a studentship when it comes to occult work. This is not a studentship when it comes to energy works in a wider spread sense. In a wider spread sense, if you are a mentor for a student, you will get to know the student deeply, even more deeply than his own mother does know him. And you will have to dig into this energy because triggering out that skills or abilities needs to allow an energy contact. And if you don't want this close contact to this person, you're totally right to refuse that student. And if you're not willing to communicate with this person or to get to know this person deeper as the own parents, and if you don't want to get into energetically contact to this person, probably this is the wrong student for you. So, of course, it is totally legal if somebody is refusing to take a mentorship. So there is two ways how you can find a good mentor, as for my opinion. First of all, make sure this one is working with energy fields or sources or directions of magical practice or spiritual practice, what aligns to you. This is the first thing. The second thing is get to know. Because if the other one, or if you are getting to know the other one, and you already feel there is some dissonance, and you will not make it, and you can't stand this one, but he is giving true words, but you can't stand this person, then you will not be able to connect. And also, if you get in touch with this person, you allow the other one to read you, to get in touch to you, and to check by himself if he thinks you are a good catch for it. So every supposedly good mentor should at least ask you, why did you pick me? Because just saying yes I do is not accepting the role or the responsibility what a mentor has. And it is also not checking the honesty a student has to apply for a mentorship. So this is about refusement in first applyings. But also, as for a student on a magical path, there is not only there, also when it comes to, for example, gurus on temples, there are moments when you really will hate your mentor. Because there are sometimes moments you're in a certain energy line. And that's okay for your evolvement. But then there is a point, and this is why a mentor has to dig that deep into your energy as well, then there is a point when it is just to tear apart your believing frames, your believing system. So to open up your mind to develop a wider sense of perception, of sensation, of developments. And so if you are in a track which is stuck somehow, it may happen that a mentor gives you a lesson, or that a mentor is cracking a previously teaching into nothingness just to cast your mind in a kind of confusion, what will open up your mind. And in the first moment, I guarantee you will not see it. You will be pissed, you will be angry, and you will not understand why. And there is the point of trust. Because if you pick the right mentor, you will trust this person even if you are angry, or if you doubt about, or if you say, hey, he is not doing what he is talking, he is not doing. Yeah, but it's not about him, it's about you learning. So if this is a crack point on you, your mentor will use this crack point to break apart your concreted frames, to open up your eyes. So this is what the symbiosis between a mentor and a student is. It's not a daddy system, it's not a teacher, it is somebody who is very connected to you and who will demand on your trust for good or bad. And if you want to learn, if you want to study, it will have the same impact on you as it has an impact on this mentor. So it is a learning and a learning. To close this talking, once I asked the brother, what is the benefit of being a mentor? Because everything I'm talking about is something I already did. It is hell of boring. Why should I do? And the other one said, it is because that you are learning from the student as the student is learning from you. This for today. I wish you a wonderful one, and yeah, I wish you to find a great mentor, as I had the honor a few times. And I also wish you to find some bad mentors, as I had in my past, so you find the difference. This for today, and see you next time.